Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Replicant Fish. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Skinny woman goes viral for saying, I love being skinny. Ah, that's controversial, isn't it?
Once again, I am the victim of saying the wrong thing out loud on this app. And I would just like to say that my 30-second video saying that my favorite thing to be is skinny was a joke. Okay, and this is coming from someone who has had chronic cankle and fat face. Okay, I was just making fun of the fact that I figured it out.
Okay, so
I will never say the word skinny again. Now, skinny is offensive. The audacity.
a former big chick, a former big girl who loves her skinny body is apologizing for her video in appreciating her new skinny body. Well,
Wow.
what video? What video? This video.
How is this not body shaming?
My favorite thing to be is skinny. And I fear you cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be, and it is my favorite fear to not be. And this is just for me personally. This is all personal to me. But I just wanted to say it out loud because honestly, it's all I think about.
It's all you think about. And this has caused an outrage.
Yeah, probably because she used to be a big girl and she never got attention, and now she gets so much attention and she attributes it to her being skinny, so she loves it and revels in it.
The backlash that this woman has received simply for saying that she loves being skinny. Now look, we get it. Modern times acceptance, fat acceptance, especially amongst women, especially amongst other girly pops. So even though this chick was once a big chick and she's slimmed down now and appreciates her, hard work she's put in to be a slim chick,
Damn
and
right.
she knows how bad it is to vocalize it, and she did it anyway. Yeah. Now she's getting attacked and harassed for being vocal, for admitting she loves being skinny. Now we get it. On one hand, yeah, it's shallow. And she's appreciating herself and the hard work she put in. And it's arrogant as well. Come on.
Yeah, I appreciate my face. It's nice and glowy. I take care of it.
It's an arrogant woman. If you've seen any of her videos before, I mean, that's how she carries herself. So I didn't see that video as anything new. But to women,
It's all I think about. Okay.
I hope you're focused and on your square.
I figured out how to lose weight in my face, and I figured out how to get rid of my goddamn cankles by going to bar and Pilates 5 times a week. So I am
put in the
so
work.
damn sorry for pushing an unrealistic toxic, horrible beauty standard. I cannot believe.
Honestly, as a man, I think she should have stood on her square. I'm like, well,
I can't believe she didn't. This is kind of sad that you can't even stand on your own square of the hard work that you put in to become attractive and skinny.
when you like being skinny, it was a joke. If they couldn't take the joke, okay, they couldn't take it. But she does not want to offend her girly pops, does she? Because she knows that a lot of her girly pops are probably big chicks. She's probably got some fluffy...
The fluffy girls, them not sexy too.
She's got some fluffy girly pops in her audience. Yeah. And it's
Possible.
not just her audience. She's got a big platform. Therefore, she has some influence. And with the amount of eating disorders you have nowadays, it's like, it's not a good thing to say, woman. No, it's not a good thing to say. And I don't find it funny. But what I do find somewhat amusing is the amount of reactions.
Okay, I was very apprehensive about talking about this, but I feel like there's a take here that nobody is necessarily touching on. So let's get into it. Now, I watched this video very meticulously because I needed to make sure that I was hearing her exactly how she said it, and not through the lens of my insecurity or lack thereof. I wanted to make sure that I took it for exactly how she said it. Now, everybody's having discourse about the fact that she said her favorite thing about herself is that she's skinny, which she started the argument by saying that this is personal to her, which I feel like is getting over a lot of people's heads because they're making it personal to them.
Yep.
But that's called projection. That has nothing to do with you. It was never about you. Now, the part that I think is really going over people's heads is when she said that that's all she thinks about, because that's the problem in retrospect to the fact that she proclaimed that being skinny is her favorite thing.
When it comes to Slim Kim, y'all need to move around because Nicki Minaj made a whole song talking about some fucking skinny in the club. Maybe in the world, skinny has been the beauty standard, but in the black community, Skinny has never, you have never been able to be proud, skinny and proud. Like, that has not been a thing for
What? There's plenty of skinny, gorgeous women that I could say are proud in the black community.
a long time. A long, long time. We suffered through the BBL era and didn't say nothing. So if a skinny woman wants to love the fact she's, look at me. I can't gain weight if I tried. I'm going to love my body how it is. If you don't have this kind of body, you can't be mad at me. I still could love how I look.
True.
Like, I saw the initial video and I should have saved it, but I didn't think it was anything that big. But the way women are reacting to it, it's like, okay, wow, this is massive, isn't it?
Believe that I have contributed to such a toxic conversation. And I would also
I
like
don't
to
even know if she's being sarcastic in this or not.
add, moving forward, I will never, not one time, talk about my size ever again.
I mean, woman, your name's Slim Kim. Your channel's named Slim Kim. Really? Again, I think she should double
I
down,
thought
but
that
then
was
again, she
kinda
doesn't want to
funny.
lose her fluffy pops, does she? Her fluffy girly pops.
Or how I prefer to look, because I'm not allowed to talk about those things. And I have learned. So thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Love you all so much. You know, for me personally, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
An arrogant, egotistical woman. Lovely woman, but I don't believe her. Obviously, she's being somewhat condescending at the end. Like, yeah, I apologize, but I
For
still love
nothing.
being a skinny chick, don't I? I still love being a skinny chick. You fat, fluffy broads have to deal with it. Yeah, go eat your cake. That's not what she said, but it's a sort of vibe you sort of get from the end of the video, don't you? Like, she's saying the words that matter, but she doesn't care deep down, does she?
Things. And I have learned. So thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. Love you all so much. You know, for me personally, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Deceptive. Deception. Have a look at this.
Okay, we need to talk about how being really skinny is making a comeback and how Kim Kardashian, Khloe, all of the Selling Sunset ladies are actually not at fault for this trend. It's when low-rise jeans started to make a comeback in 2021. And hear me out, I've seen a lot of body types.
Oh, because of jeans. That's why people got skinny. Really? Is this what's going on? Because low-rise jeans are in now. That's why everybody just became skinny all of a sudden for fashion. Was there like a new big was muumuus in the last 20 years or something? Is that why everybody just blew up because muumuus were in?
Rock the low-rise pants, but it's become extremely popular amongst really skinny girls. That's just my theory on this whole skinny trend, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments, so let me know below.
The rise or low rise. You get the point, man. The rise again of skinny chicks, it being in fashion, in trend, it being popular basically. So obviously that Slim Kim chick is just following the new trend. It's in again for most women to be slim and skinny, not curvy and thick. Curvy and thick's going out of fashion now. Ooh, interesting. But what do men think? Comment. As men, what do you think as men? Like, what do you think about all this stuff? There are a lot of comments going around of women saying, oh, slimness, skinniness is a sign of high value. Interesting. You know, it's a sign of wealth to either be so or to draw wealth in. In other words, attract a rich man. Attract a rich man, basically. So the conversations women are having amongst themselves it's fascinating. It's like, damn, all right. But obviously, beauty to women, obviously, it's one of their most valuable resources. That and youth, obviously. So with all that said, have a look at this.
I will never forget this man told me he married his wife because she ugly.
Wow.
Shira do not be lying. Shira do not be lying to y'all. One thing about it, men love them. They love to cuff them something ugly. They love to cuff them something ugly because, and a man told me this out of his own freaking mouth too. So I don't want to hear no backlash in my comments. I don't want y'all to be trying to comfort me, none of that.
Okay.
A man told me that when you date down or you marry or get in a relationship with somebody that is less attractive than you are, you can literally do whatever you want. You can play in their face, you can cheat on them, you can give them.
That is not how men think. Maybe that particular Pookie that you dealt with, but I don't think men date down because we can treat them like shit. We date down because they're nicer people usually and have personalities.
The bare minimum, etc. They're not going to go anywhere because they feel like they just got them something that they won't ever be able to find nowhere else. Like,
okay, I do admit that is somewhat true to the women that are chasing the top tier men, but that's not how men view things though.
Okay, before she continues, comment. Men comment. Comment, men. I want to see what men are going to say about this part, what she just said. So, from her perspective, men date down. You know, obviously, she's saying that men told her this. Okay. That men date down deliberately. A lot of men, not all men, obviously, but a lot of men date down because they know a low self esteem woman isn't going anywhere. She may not be able to do better or feel that she can't do better. Therefore, I got you, woman. I got you. You're not going anywhere. You stay there, and I can be reckless AF with the guarantee you're not going anywhere. Interesting. Men comment that. On one hand, yeah, a lot of men do this. A lot of men do this. Look, on one hand, some men like, you know, a chick that's not the most. Yeah, some men like what they like, okay? But yeah, some men deliberately may, you know, date a less attractive woman because it's less competition. Simply, it's less competition. Other men don't want you, woman. You barely want her. So
Damn.
let me stop. But yeah, if other men don't want you, woman, then yeah, there's no competition really, is there? Yeah. So I'm not saying it's good, but it's just for a lot of other men to understand the perspective of other men, because some other men wouldn't do this. Some other men would be like, no, I'd never do that. But what some men don't understand is, yo, bro, there are men out there that look better than you that will go and bed that woman that you wouldn't bed. Why? Because she's got a bed and a home with heating and a car and food, and he may be broke. So on one hand, yeah, you understand why a lot of men complain that some of these men are running through all the women. Yeah, but some of these men aren't running through all the hot women. Some of them, yeah. But some of these men are running through literally all of them. So there's 2 points I want to make here. Yeah, it's true that some men date down for the leverage of being obviously the better looking one. And on the flip side, some other men do it for survival. Literally for survival.
Because that's all they can get.
Homosexuals, dusty dudes that live under women. Yeah. I mean, if she's unattractive and he's handsome, I mean, where's she going? Where's she going? It sounds crude and bad, but I mean, it's happening every day, isn't it? You see it when you leave your house.
Find nowhere else. Like, they won't be able to obtain this type of attractiveness out of a man. Nowhere else.
I guess because I'm not an attractive man, or at least that point to where I think that way. I was just like, wait, I look so good that she looks so bad. She'll never leave me because she can't do better in looks wise.
I don't know if I said that right, but y'all, like, if you're dealing with somebody and you know that man is way more attractive than you, run. Run for the hills. Cause
really, come on, that's not always the case. He could really just like her. And she's probably just, you know, not the best looking woman, you know. Hey, whatever, I'm just saying, you know, cap. Some men really do like, you know, a woman that's not the best looking, or she's probably very fluffy, very fluffy. You know, I'm just saying.
You about to get dead in, for real. But I know how y'all get on these apps. Y'all can go ahead, drag through the mud, say what y'all want. Say, oh, you just trying to make an excuse why you don't got no man, whatever the case may be. Say it the whole 9 yards, throw the whole book at me. I'm just telling y'all what I've heard come out of other men's mouth. So take what resonates. I'm just letting y'all know men really do be cuffing and marrying ugly women so that they can take advantage and do what the freak they want to do.
But to add to this point, like I've just said before and with the previous video, of the changing, you know, modern trend of being skinny, the talk around...
I think it's so stupid to do that. Like, the thought process is dumb to be marrying these women, because once you marry them, they have leverage against you now. They can just leave and take your shit. That's just the part where women don't realize that the divorce factor comes in, where men don't think of it like that. We're not thinking of we're just, oh, she's going to be with me just because I'm too hot. No, once I marry her, she can just leave me because I'm too hot or whatever the hell it is and just take my shit.
Around value in having a smaller body as a woman, especially nowadays. The ability to attract a wider range of men just by having a more fit, slimmer, smaller.
Imagine not being wide to have a wider range of selection.
In-shape body, basically, as a woman. So one of the narratives that's become more popular as well with this is the obvious point that, well, women that are in shape, or in other words, because a better looking woman has more options, doesn't she? Yeah. Now, if we take this woman's video as an example, what leverage would some men have if the woman looks better than him? What leverage would he have? Especially if he's broke. Not saying broke men, you know, aren't bagging some beautiful women. Well, of course they are. But I'm just saying, what leverage would he have? He can't say, oh, you'll never get a better man than me. That's BS. He knows it's BS because she's beautiful.
Yep.
She can get a rich man. She can get a millionaire. Yeah. Whereas if he dates down and dates, like, you know, a chick that a lot of other men wouldn't want, then yeah, come on, woman, you ain't getting a millionaire. Yeah, this chick's never getting a millionaire. Yeah, you're my woman. No millionaire's gonna even look at you, let alone want you. Yeah, you're my woman. I'm just saying, crude, but it happens, doesn't it?
Men really do be cuffing and marrying ugly women so that they can take advantage and do what the freak they want to do. I don't know who need to hear that, but
My Roman Empire is being skinnier. But seriously, it is so crazy as women how much time we spend thinking about our bodies and starting at such a young age. I think a lot of times people come on here and want to talk about like, oh, loving yourself and loving your body, and almost kind of make you feel like if you have any negative thoughts about yourself, then like you don't love yourself. But I kind of feel like when you love yourself, you're just like a little bit easier on yourself.
You know, I don't think it matters what your body looks like. The vast majority of us women experience being skinny as our Roman Empire. In other words, we have been conditioned to think about this since childhood. Look at the...
Do you think skinniness and fitness have nothing to do with men? We just can't even be skinny. We have to be built. Being skinny is at least just controlling your urges of eating. Being built is, I gotta eat like a monster and work out like a monster.
Comments on this video. This is the universal female Roman Empire. And that's not to say that this isn't an experience shared by men. We actually know that eating disorders in men are on the rise, with 1/3 of folks with EDs identifying as male.
And that's a good point, an interesting point. A lot of men do suffer from eating disorders. But notice, if a man came on the internet and said, yo, I love being skinny as a man, men would be like, yeah, all right, bro, that's good. Yeah, I'm trying to get my weight down as well. I'm going to hit the gym and whatever. That's the sort of response he'd probably get. Obviously, he'd get some men saying, oh, whatever. But for us as men, the reaction would be different, wouldn't it? Like, oh, I like being ripped, or I like being skinny as a man. But no, it's obviously because for women, it's their Roman Empire. Obviously, you know, beauty is one of the key resources for women. So obviously them looking good is one of the main things in their life. So obviously a woman coming on the internet, Slim Kim, saying, I like being skinny, would be harassment to a lot of women. Harassment to women who are skinny, but also big women, obviously, because a lot of the skinny women have had to do some crazy things to be so and maintain it. Yeah.
True.
So that's why these women are fighting, attacking each other. And on one hand, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's sort of interesting how the new topics now emerging about the value of appearance for women. It's always been a topic.
It's just funny because, again, fifth wave feminism, cannibalism, they are just attacking each other left and right now because there's conservative women that are slightly changing the narrative of what men are, and then the liberal women are still trying to keep those narratives back and forth. Now they're just fighting each other of what they truly want.
But this skinny thing is sort of like it's flared it up a lot more, hasn't it? It's interesting.
Identifying as male. But the experience of wanting to be skinny is still largely female skewed. From a very young age, us girls are socialized to be delicate, petite, quiet, dainty, sweet, and with that comes the expectation of dietary restraint. Boys, in contrast, are celebrated for being big or strong, which of course comes with an encouragement or even a lot of
Yeah, we also have to work out to be big and strong. We just can't eat a lot and all of a sudden be big and strong. We can be big.
pressure to eat more food. In other words, whether consciously or subconsciously, our messages around food and body are different when it comes to young girls and young boys. And this plants a very deep seed that is nearly impossible to uproot. But I just want you to imagine for a moment how much space you would have in your life and how much mental capacity you would have in your brain if you no longer had to think about being skinny. How much more could we accomplish? Like, it's crazy. Now, you're not just gonna be able to turn this off overnight.
And that is why it's become so viral, because women are losing their minds because it's something they think about constantly. Their looks are value. Would all women ever see the full potential of their value? Have a nice day.
Yeah, men are just asking for healthy and nice. That's what we're asking. We say fit, but you don't have to be skinny. You just don't be overweight and unhealthy. Men's beauty standard is nowhere close to what women are putting on each other and competing with each other for. We don't care. Just be nice. Please comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time.